Welcome to the In Season podcast, rated R for language.
None of us are doctors or neurologists. The things you're about to hear are opinions of people living with epilepsy or seizures. These are firsthand experiences. Epilepsy can cause speech problems, and the medications are hard to pronounce. So please bear with me.
Epilepsy can cause bad memory, so some stories will be repeated. I'm Pookie. Get ready.
Okay, the icebreaker today was, what was your biggest test in life?
Metaphorical test or real test?
The question was just, what was your biggest test in life? I guess you can go about it how you want to.
I guess when my daughter died would be mine.
Oh, how old was she?
32.
Ugh, I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Jeff.
It was
that's
predetermined.
heartbreaking.
May her memory be a blessing.
That's horrible. I'm so sorry.
Thank you, but it was really predetermined. She was a drug addict, and my ex-wife and I knew it was going to be any time.
What do you do to make yourself feel better when you feel like shit?
Smoke more weed.
I
I was
know,
gonna
that's what I
say
was
that.
thinking.
Smoke pot. Smoking helps me get through a lot of shit.
Yeah. Poster rights. Jocelyn?
Oprah, what you got?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just sad. I mean, I used to smoke a lot of marijuana, like a lot, like daily, all day.
We're hippies, Joy.
Oh, I mean, I loved
You're in
it.
the right group.
I fired an employee who was taking advantage of me, and suddenly I didn't need it. I'm looking forward to getting back to it, just not as much.
Recreation.
Not as much. Laughter, honestly. I'm a big sarcastic, dark humor person.
Any type of laughter.
Any type.
Any type of laughter.
I love joking around and being sarcastic.
It's weird.
I love dark humor.
Or all
I
types
love
of humor. There we go.
humor in general. Humor in general. And reaching out to friends, I talk with my mom. She turned 78 the other day. I just honestly I like making people laugh.
You seem funny.
That's
Thanks.
a good quality.
Thanks. And one more thing, I run my own small business. I'm a CPA, and I feel like a win. Like one of my goals when I meet with new clients, and specifically just when I meet with people in general on Zoom, if I can get a smile out of them or if I can make them laugh, I'm like, good meeting. So it's just basically laughter. Yeah.
What's a CPA?
I'm sorry, certified public accountant. So I'm an accountant, and I prepare taxes for people. So an accountant, but I specifically do taxes, tax returns for small businesses and individuals. Individuals that's it. Yeah, tax returns.
What state are you in?
Very boring. It's really boring, but I like it.
What state are you in?
Washington State. I'm in Seattle.
Nice. West
Yeah.
Coast.
West Coast, yeah. It's very liberal here. I'm going off on a tangent. I'm sorry. My older brother, he lives in Denver, Colorado. He came to stay with me and take care of me for the second week of recovery post surgery. I had not seen him since before the December before the pandemic. He's all of a sudden really right wing. It was very difficult to have him here. It was very nice of him to come. Oh God, it was so hard to listen to him talk about Trump. He is delusional, and I just treated him like he's a cult member. So that's why I got through it. So anyways, it was a rough second week of recovery as far as that goes. Yeah, where did my brother go? he just got swept up into all of the right wing stuff. I think they go off. My brother's an angry person. He has been his whole life, and I think that the right wing has gone after the emotional side of the angry white man. So the rest of us, we're
That
a
sums it
family
up
of
very
five.
well.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. I'll stop now. But
I forgot what the icebreaker was in the
it
first one.
was what
Oh, what's something you do to make yourself feel better when you feel like shit?
Yeah.
Me, like I said, I can smoke and go watch TV, and yeah, once I smoke, it's pretty much off my mind.
And I smoke. I'm sorry about. I smoke by myself because I don't have friends who like to smoke weed.
Hey, join the club.
Yeah, let's all have a smoke party and
But-
smoke, and some of us will stare at the wall, and then we'll just like make each other laugh.
Yeah, I smoke before I start usually, but oh man, Angel, what was your answer? I didn't remember you answering.
Well, I like reading toaster stories now. They make me feel better. But reading and playing video games make me feel better. RPGs, pretty much.
Oh yeah,
You know.
same here. RPGs, just not first person, but otherwise, yeah.
Excuse my ignorance. What's an RPG?
Role playing game where you
Ah.
play a game and you're specifically one person the whole game. Yeah. Then first person, I don't like those where you're sitting there looking at the gun the whole time. I like seeing the person, jump over stuff, all that stuff. Moving forward.
Yeah, those are great, especially when they have a good story.
Yeah.
Like Dungeons and Dragons, is that a role-playing game?
Yes, it would be like Baldur's Gate and stuff like that.
Okay. Because Dungeons and Dragons was and it is like a really popular game that people play.
I
That's
did the alpha for Baldur's Gate.
I think Dungeons and Dragons just
Oh,
started
sorry.
as table.
Maybe I am thinking of a different Baldur's Gate. It might not be out yet. Never mind. I'm shutting up.
Yeah, you might be talking about one that's already out. I seen one that's out. I didn't play it, but I heard it was good.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Um, but yeah, okay. I don't remember much of it. It was fun. If you don't mind all the glitches, but then again, it was alpha. They were updating it like every day.
So I got something here. Not sure about this one. It says anybody here autistic? Just found out about 30% of people with epilepsy have autism and vice versa. I have long suspected I'm on the spectrum and I just want to get some perspective. Oh, Toaster, you responded to this post. I'll read your comment before I go into other comments. You said not autistic, just ADHD as fuck. I remember that other guy said that. ADHD as fuck. And then said, I realized that.
I stole that line and I have no shame about it because
Oh yeah, I like
I
it.
love it. I'm
I
not getting
realized
paid for
that
this shit, so I don't mind stealing it.
I know my mind works differently. I've been tested for autism so many times because there's a lot of overlap between the two. Another person says, same as my son, he also has mild learning difficulty in speech and language difficulty. Difficult to tell if the language problem is caused by the onset of seizures at 3 or whether he would have had that anyway. Someone here says, I have it over here. The link between the two is crazy. Someone else said, my brother has epilepsy and nonverbal autism. The nonverbal, it sounds obvious, just like you don't talk right.
I think so. Or would it be like the I don't know.
I've been tested for autism many, many times because um, it doesn't show up as much now, but it will. Sometimes you'll hear me stutter. That showed up very, very early on, along with messing up R's and L's. So she might be saying, if because it sounded like she was saying it was a mild uh, um, learning disability, he might just be having trouble with some sounds, like but and duh
Yeah,
sounding alike.
Yeah.
I had trouble when I
Mark
was
has
younger
both.
with S sounds.
R's and L's.
Someone said both kids are diagnosed. I strongly suspect that I am. Another person said, I got AAA diagnosis, ASD, ADD, and anxiety. At age 27, and nothing really changed, but it certainly helped explain a lot. Plus major depression. LOL. I want to learn more about it. Autism. Seems interesting.
I have autism running in my family. I don't think I was autistic, but I like my family that lives with me thinks I should check for it now. But I think it's more of my mind slowing down because of the meds.
Could be. More through there. Got another post. It says, post seizure denial. My question is, does anyone ever have a seizure and come out of it and go into denial when told that they did, in fact, just have one? Earlier this week, my mother dragged me out to get lunch with her. I was already in a cluster, 3 to 4 TC the previous 72 hours, plus focal after focal all day, every day. In the middle of our meal, I had a seizure. This time it went for 5 minutes and required my midazolam. My mother had never needed to administer it in the past, and she explained the experience to me. It certainly traumatized her, and I feel terrible for that. According to her, within 5 seconds of administering it, the midazolam, I came out of it, borderline Pulp Fiction style. Then I just continued eating my meal with zero recollection while incredibly loopy. She had to convince me that I had a seizure by telling me to look at the blood on my shirt because I refused to believe it. Seconds later, EMT showed up, and I could not process that I had a seizure, regardless of all the evidence. So somehow, in my confusion, I refused to go to the hospital. Then, according to her, finished my meal as though nothing had happened. It wasn't until the following night that I was willing to even consider the possibility of having one after being reminded endlessly as I was in denial. I bit my tongue, bloody shirt, and soreness eventually made it clear. But when I was first told, I borderline got into an argument with my mother saying that there was absolutely no way it happened. And I was furious that she called 911. I was in complete denial.
I think that 101 epilepsy. We get into denial a lot, and we might not even be out of our seizures yet, and we'll deny it, you know.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't think I've denied it. I think I've had to fight myself wondering if I had it because I was alone, maybe. But if I have one and I'm home, somebody
Yeah,
notices, then they're going to point it out, and I pretty much don't shut them down. Like, pretty much get the signs if no one noticed, or sometimes I'll get signs and I'll be like, I think I had one, but no one's around. So yeah, there's those.
I've got told that I said no, I wasn't having a seizure, but I don't remember any of it when I come through it. So I was already blanked out in space. By the way, midazolam is the nasalum spray.
Um,
That's the
When's the last time you had to use your rescue medication?
2 nights ago.
yeah. I think I might have used it unaware because I can't find one of my packets in my room. So I had to order it. And I checked the camera and no one's been in my room.
Yeah, I got my camera here. No one's been in mine either. Stuff seems to come out missing, and I'm the only one in here, so I don't know if that's just me. I guess stuff come up missing and ends up in my lap and all kinds of stuff.
I always lose stuff.
Yeah, I lose stuff and I'm sitting down, like, where is it? Then I get up and it falls out of my lap. I swear I just looked in my lap. But anyhow. Oh, going through the comments. Somebody said, I've been pretty lucky in some areas when having seizures because of my epilepsy. I have different types of auras that come on before a seizure, and they'll let me know how bad the seizure is going to be. So if a seizure dose becomes a full-blown one, I'll know it will have happened, because if I can't find anyone place to lay or make it to my bed to lay down, and when it happens, even if I am out alone, I'll know I had a seizure, because I'll still be present for 4 seconds into the seizure before I just collapse wherever I am, if I am not sitting somewhere already. I wish I had signs like that. When I get a sign like that, it's too late.
When I'm in California most of the time, I go into the spa every day, at least
What?
once.
And there's water?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'll have to talk to my neurologist because I really want to go to the Korean spa, the naked spa. And
You're
there's
not, you're sitting and you're above your head
I
is totally
know.
above the water.
I
So I don't,
know.
I mean, unless you have a seizure while you're in there.
And there's people around to pull my head out.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because like I really want to go. It's relaxing. I mean, it's therapeutic.
Yeah.
All right,
Enjoy.
cool. I'm gonna go to the naked spa with my friends.
I suggest you go.
I mean, have you guys ever been to a naked spa? Well, I guess I don't know if they have them for men. Well, you just said you go to a spa.
I,
I went and
I
got
have
a
a spa in my
massage.
backyard.
I
Oh,
would go. But
I got a massage.
oh my gosh, you guys. The spa, the Korean spas with these pools, they're like different temperatures.
I'd go with a buddy.
Yeah, well, come to Seattle. We'll go together.
Yay. If
Oh,
I ever end up in Seattle, you're gonna have a toaster on your front lawn, and you're gonna be like,
okay.
yes?
I have a spare
Yes.
bedroom, and I'll treat you like it's like $35 for a day, and you can, anyways, you go with me to the naked spa. Sorry, it's women only.
the
35
guys
That's
bucks.
on
I'm
one side of the
okay.
wall, the women on the other side of the wall will have the Epilepsy Universe Spa Day.
Yes. Well, and then we can go. I'm going on a tangent again, but I call it a hot tub time machine boat, but it's a
Yeah,
hot
but
tub
it's making us laugh and smile.
It's a hot tub boat on Lake Union, but I call it a hot tub time machine boat because it's just funny. And you can't go in the summer because then you sweat in the hot tub boat, but you go when it's like a cloudy day in the evening in like the fall or the winter, and then everyone is in their expensive boats and they're shivering in their jackets, and we're in swimsuits, smoking weed, drinking a beer, having fun in our
Oh,
swimsuits in the hot tub in a boat. The boat is just a hot tub,
Mm,
and you have a little
that's
eh,
great.
joystick. you have a joystick to like go slowly around Lake Union. Lake Union is right next to downtown. And so you do it at night with the lights of the city. It's amazing. You can do it for 2 hours. It's the best. So if you guys ever come to Seattle, tell me,
Oh, yes.
and we'll do hot tub time machine boats on Lake Union.
Like Doctor Who.
Yeah, and we'll figure out how to actually time machine in the hot tub time machine boats.
Wish I had
It's
a
the
time
best.
machine.
I want to interject real quick because I don't know how to do it. Kimmy Bear on our group is asking how to get into the Zoom.
The information is listed a lot of places, quite a
Yeah.
few times.
You just have to spell Guatemala correctly. That was my
Okay, I'll be right back.
Gotcha.
Speaking of Pookie, how did you choose Guatemala?
It was very odd. I don't know. Sometimes things just come to mind
You
and
were
I
stoned.
throw it out there randomly. Yeah, sometimes I get ideas from things and they just pop into my head and I do it. Like,
What strain of weed were you smoking?
I can't remember.
I spent several months shuttling between Miami and Guatemala, helping my wife's new company out. She was in Miami and I was in Guatemala, and then we'd switch.
Oh, nice. Never been to Guatemala. That's in Mexico, right?
No, it's in Guatemala.
Oh, well, yeah. South America?
Yeah,
That was a dumb thing to say.
it was a fun time. Every time I would go to the factory, there would be 3 or 4 guys guarding the doors with machine guns.
Wow.
And I was
What
there to
difference
yell
does
at
she
the
do?
guy that owned the factory.
What you said your wife's company? What did she do?
It was, she had just left the company where we met, and she went to another company that was women's sportswear manufacturers. And their factory was in Guatemala. And they were having problems with their the guy that ran the factory. So I was sent down there to straighten him out while there were guys outside with machine guns. That made me feel real good about yelling at this guy.
That must have been scary.
It was.
Right.
Did you wear like a bulletproof vest?
Nope.
Oh
Wearing
my
shorts and a
God.
t-shirt.
You're pretty badass.
Not really, but I did what has to be done.
I would have
Yeah.
put my pants.
That's rough. Needing to have someone there with a gun to use the bathroom. Yeah, that's quite a time. Someone here says, am I losing it or is it my epilepsy? I'll try to be concise as possible. First off, I have TLE. I take lamotrigine. Seizures have been okay most of the time. It limits to when I'm on my period. Sometimes it skips a month. All in all, focals are better. Now the tricky part. I've been just sort of been feeling shit lately and I can't figure out what it is. I've been misdiagnosed for years as my doctors thought my seizures were panic attacks and because of them. They always have these panicked feelings. Jamais vu, blah, blah, blah. My neuro knows these feelings happen during a focal, but she'd often ask me if it could just have been anxiety. Anyhow, this is why I'm always a bit iffy when I'm struggling with something. If I'm not completely sure it's neurological, I don't want to be gaslit again in case it isn't mental. I'm slowly gaslighting myself into thinking I'm insane. Anyway, here is the symptoms I've been having for some time now. Suddenly feeling scared, nervous, yucky. Stomach feels weird, nauseous, clenching my jaw, being very restless, not being able to sleep, just low key, feeling like something is wrong, but I don't know what. It's like either a strange case of anxiety where the thing to be anxious about it is not clear enough, or it's literally just epilepsy. Help, I'm going insane. I don't say you're losing your mind. Sounds like you're going through the early phases of epilepsy. It can be rough. I felt like I was losing my mind in the beginning too.
Yeah. I think what is it called? Sailor Mom said told
John
me
Vu?
yeah, it might be an aura. So
Yeah, I think it's Vu. It's Jamais. And then there's Deja Vu, so I thought maybe they're similar.
yeah.
But
Deja vu is the feeling of something, and Jame view is I forgot what it was, but I was describing it one day, and she said that's what it might be. Go ahead, Toaster.
Dejas are all very, very similar. James Vu is
phenomenon of
more of
experiencing something familiar as unfamiliar, often associated with epilepsy or brain fatigue.
Yeah, like clairvoyance or something.
I get deja reveille.
What's
I've
that?
dreamed this before.
Like
This
I've
has
had this
literally been a
before.
dream. Yes, I've had this dream before, but I am awake. This moment has happened in a dream and I know it. And then
Now
the
you know
dread
what to
hits.
do.
Yes, lay the fuck down. What was it you called us? The floor
Floor testers.
testers. Yes.
I will take your floor.
My fellow floor testers. How was your day going? Good to know. Good to know. So I move forward. I'll go through one of these comments. Someone says, sounds like you're not getting enough sleep. I'm not a doctor. Someone else says, I'm no doctor, but it sounds like you may be dealing with depression, maybe. When I was first diagnosed 5 years ago, it took me 3 years to realize and admit to myself I'm depressed. All those same symptoms you posted, I have dealt with and still am. Also, having to rely on everyone else, being not allowed to drive, maybe trying to talk to a doctor about going to therapy. Another one says, sudden is a clue. If it comes out of nowhere, it could be focal seizures, especially because you already clearly have epilepsy. These can be focal seizure symptoms. I hope you get the help from someone or from your epileptologist. Yeah, I suggested this person just see your doctor. I don't think you're losing your mind at all.
Yeah. They also mention around their period, so that's more of the woman section, but it sounds catamania.
Yeah, that part too. Someone else here. Wetting yourself during seizures. I'm pretty new to having epilepsy, only having had 2 seizures till now. Both times I wet myself. One I had at home, and for the other one, an ambulance was called. So both times I had no big problems regarding changing myself afterwards. But I was wondering how people manage this problem. Do you have a change of clothes with you at all times? I'm sorry. That was funny. Do you have a change of clothes with you? You have a change of clothes with you at all times. I can manage the embarrassment in the moment because it's a medical emergency. But to imagine to go home afterwards while still having visibly urinated on myself seems unbearable to me. What do you guys say to this person? I say it's just something you got to get used to. It comes with the territory. It's nothing that we can control at all. Yeah, I peed on myself and I just was like, damn, these are nice jeans. Peed on my nice jeans, something you can't control. You can't get mad at anyone, not even yourself.
I never peed on myself or went number 2 on myself during a seizure.
You never
So
peed on yourself?
no.
I peed on myself so much I can't even count.
I
I
haven't
don't
peed
know.
on myself, but I did number 2. But I was at home, and so I feel really lucky.
Hello, Court. Hi, Annie.
Yeah, hi Court, hi Annie. I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't say anything when you guys came in. Um,
Welcome back, Kate.
I call Andy.
So they get the icebreaker questions, I guess.
yes, they do. Indeed, they do. The icebreaker today is, what do you do to make yourself feel better when you feel like shit? Personally, I try to get the peace of being somewhere alone and smoking. I smoke better alone for some reason.
Oh, somebody else came in.
Hey,
Hey.
Twisted.
Dyra.
Hey, welcome back.
back.
Hey.
So the icebreaker today is how do you make yourself feel better after you feel like shit? And that goes for Kate and Court, you haven't answered, and Twisted, you haven't answered. So
Hey y'all.
hey Court, long time no see.
I know. I have a lot of updates, but I pretend like I'm not dealing with anything. I do a very unhealthy thing, so don't ask me.
Yeah, last time we talked about putting sardines in yogurt. So
Oh,
Court,
now I remember.
Oh no, please don't have that one
Don't do
again.
that. Don't do that. I didn't say in yogurt. Just kidding. I know a sardine dip with yogurt. Haha.
so
That sounds disgusting.
icebreaker, you guys. So what do you guys do to make yourself feel better?
Honestly, a good cry doesn't hurt. That's what worked this morning.
Oh, yes. I
Yeah.
do that.
Lawyer was a bitch. I put on the playlist that I knew would get to it and got it out of the way before everybody woke up.
Yep.
Haven't tried that one yet. I think I can cry and smoke. That might go together.
Cry and smoke are pretty much
Then I would slap myself because I feel like I'm killing the buzz.
my thing, I'd say.
There you go. Best of both worlds.
Oh,
And
I
what do you
smoke,
do?
The regular kind.
Gotcha.
And what do you do when you're feeling like shit?
I usually take an extra dose of Feco, which is what I did earlier, and pack a bowl. If I'm not feeling that bad, I'll just go for a walk or do something that gets me moving. But right now I can't move because the doctor manipulated my shoulder all over the place to see what he could see without going in there. And yeah, I cried without making a sound. It was like my case manager was there with me and she started to cry. And I was just like, oh, give me a minute, let me relax. He said, nope, that's all I'm gonna do.
Warrior.
Yeah, so I came home and digesting it all. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I felt like shit. I'm like, I've been walking around with this mess, and they had, not that they had to, but basically waiting until a statute of limitations ran out where I can't sue them now for the injury. So now they'll fix it. And I'm like, yeah, I know how that works. And it's not the doctor's fault. I know that. It's frustrating for them just as much as it is for us. But he said this never should have happened. I had a seizure because I went to the emergency room for a seizure, and they discharged me to have the seizure outside. So that's what happened. And until I could no longer legally bring class action or whatever, a subpoena against them, they couldn't do anything. So we had to wait until that ran out. And here we are. So I just have to wait for the scheduler, to call and schedule the surgery. But oh my God, it feels like he broke my arm. And then when he told me what happened, he said, the rotator cuff is okay. But you definitely damaged the joint. So that's where the problem is. It's the damage inside the joint, and not as much the rotator cuff. But I did tear a couple of tendons off my bicep. So they have to reattach that, suture a little couple pieces inside the joint, and hope for the best. But when I came home, I was okay for a few minutes. Then my case manager texted me, and I'm like, that's it. I'm falling apart now. I had to wait 2.5 years for this. Come on, yeah. But it's just, it made me feel really bad. And she said it's not the doctor's fault. And I know she's right. She's a case manager. She sees it all the time. It's the law, because this was pretty clear cut. I could have sued them, and they had to wait until I couldn't. So I felt really bad for a little while. Now I got plenty of THC in me right now. I was thinking about taking some lorazepam earlier. I was chatting with Angel, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know. I think I might need to take something. But so far the FECO is working, but I feel beat, just really, really beat. But sitting out here on my phone, it's nice out. But yeah, it's usually the cannabis or some other natural substance that I have here. It just depends, but I can't keep feeling bad. If it's after a seizure, I know it's gonna go away, usually. So, but yeah, I try to get active or I get stoned.
What advice do you guys give someone who's wetting themselves and new to epilepsy?
Oh, get washable chucks. If it's overnight, it'll help protect your bed. I don't know. If you want to just wear the disposable underwear all the time. Yeah.
Well, if you're a girl, it's kind of, I wear pads on sparky days. It doesn't get all of it, but if you are out, it is better than being able to just pull it off and throw it away is better than not having anything. Of course, now my mom has a spare change of clothes in her car for me, which I appreciate very, very much. But yeah, one of the first things I want to do when I get home is shower, because it's still all over your skin.
Yeah.
Get some good smelling soap and learn to love showers.
Yeah, I had to sit in the emergency room wet because they didn't have pants my size. Yeah, not this past time, but yeah.
It gets all like sticky and irritating. Like, you got to be able to wash. That sucks that they didn't help you in the hospital.
Yeah, it was my nice genes too. But yeah, let's move forward. Someone says, I only have seizures at night. No diagnosis yet. About a year ago, I started having seizures only at night. I don't remember any of them when I wake up. The only way I know that they're happening is because of things like biting my tongue or being told that I had a seizure, waking up extremely confused, or finding blood on my pillow. The last time it happened, I bit my tongue so badly I was spitting blood. I've had several tests done, MRI, EEG, blood work, and everything has come back normal. And normal or negative, it's incredibly frustrating to not have answers, especially when it feels like something serious is happening and I don't have any control over my memory. I don't have any control or memory of it. Does anyone else experience nocturnal seizures with normal test results? What helped you finally get a diagnosis if you did? I'm open for advice, similar experiences, or even things I should push for with my doctor. Thanks for the help ahead of time. I suggest third and fourth and second and all those opinions after one if you don't like the first one. I'm always down for a second opinion.
So what they're asking in this question is basically, what do I do first to get this diagnosis?
Basically.
Okay.
I think
Well,
Huh?
I think get an EEG first, an overnight EEG.
and an epileptologist.
And a second opinion. Jeff, you have night seizures. What would you do in this predicament?
I would get a new doctor. Go spend a couple of days in an EMU, and you'll get diagnosed more than likely. And they can. When I went, they lowered my medication until I had a seizure. I think that's the best thing to do.
That sounds like good advice.
Yeah, build a case.
Did you repeat that? Because it did sound good. I just literally sat down.
The person is having night seizures, nocturnal seizures, and they have not been diagnosed and can't get diagnosed, it seems. And they're asking, what do they do? They've had
Get a
several
nanny
tests. I think the doctor might know they're having seizures. That's what the person kind of said. I don't know.
You know, my
The doctor knows.
My doctor like
Doesn't do
knows that
anything
I'm
about
having
it.
seizures, but they wanted me well, they didn't tell me they needed them, but they said it would really help to get a seizure on camera to help figure out like what kind of seizures and like where in the brain they're happening. So I got cameras installed. It wasn't cheap, but I was just like, credit card. I mean, like, whatever.
Yeah, I got a camera right in front of me, like right here.
Did anybody have to do a like a week or so observation at a clinic before?
Yes.
That was fun,
Every
right?
3
You
days.
have the probe, like, did y'all have the electrodes on your head and you
Yep.
had like Dr. Evil's like little menace? Yeah, oh my gosh. And did y'all, oh, I don't want to say this and it's gonna be on YouTube. Were
Go
y'all allowed
ahead.
to shower? You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, I
I would
didn't
call
hear
it.
that.
I would call it freshen up.
We can only freshen up, which is a nightmare for me because showers are my comfort before sleep.
Use wipes.
No,
But
I want to.
on the bright side, depending on how your symptoms are following a seizure, you're not going to remember it.
Yeah, I only had one because my boyfriend's really good about recording them on camera. And then my doctor saw I was having one and they all alerted her in the clinic. She ran down to witness it. And her and the physician assistant was like, okay, now it's bilateral. And this was last October. So, because I only had right temporal lobe. And that's my next question. So I was telling my other doctor, so my doctor that ran down, her name is, she has a concierge. She's planning now. She left the clinic because she couldn't do what she wanted to with her patients. Like it's like 5 neurologists. And has anybody, my other doctor is like, I don't know what you're having is quite a focal seizure because it doesn't sound like one. So when I hit a checklist of being tired, sleepy, hungry, and dehydrated, like at least 3 of them, I will have a seizure. But she's saying she don't think it's a seizure. What do y'all think?
Sounds like it.
She
Sounds
said,
like you need another opinion.
yeah,
What's
yeah.
up,
Did
Coach?
you, yeah, did she say what it does sound like? It's like if it doesn't sound like a seizure, then tell me what it is you think it is.
So she's one I'm gonna have to have in person because I think she's just so overwhelmed. She's not really good at answering messages. Like when I told her, I said I tried to call you several times and I can't get through to your clinic. What's going on? She made a televisit right away, right? And then my other doctor who left, I talked to her physician assistant and she moved me over to another neurologist there too. So I am going to get his opinion and I'm going to try to see if I can get this seizure on cam, right? But I had one yesterday and I almost went a week without it. And I was really careful all week to avoid one. So we'll see. And it was because I was doing my hair. Isn't it? Doesn't it look
I love it.
it's stress? Yeah. So that's it.
Love the hair.
Yeah, me and Ann are like
I like
focal to
thick hair.
bilateral. So it starts focal and then goes bilateral. So yeah, we can go through anything.
Toaster, what you got?
So, this is going to sound horrible. It sounds like you are at the start of the EEG journey.
Me?
Yes.
I've had everything.
Have you? You've had every. Okay,
I've had a
good.
CAT scan. I've had an MRI. I have an EEG, and then they threw me in that clinic.
They threw me in that clinic. What I'm saying is, it sounds like you might. Okay. I mean this with big sister love. You need to get a better clinic. You need to get in with a level 4 epilepsy clinic. Those are the
Okay.
clinics that will really want to know exactly why it starts in that area. And yeah, it starts on this side, but where on this side of the brain?
Yeah, and because I was looking up POTS too. And
Yeah.
it doesn't sound too far off, but like you said, and I know my doctors because y'all already know my story. I was just supposed to be a doctor. Like
Yes.
I know hex cuppery, how it works. I say it separates the sodium and the chloride. They were like, what? And I said, yeah. So I know I have to have certain salt levels, so I have to watch my. And they were like, and I don't even like shut the hell up, Courtney. But that's a good point, Toaster. I am gonna try to go to a different clinic just to see. And how many opinions do y'all usually get, y'all? Like this would be my 3rd opinion seeking. I'm just
If you're talking new treatment plan until you're satisfied, I would say 3 is essentially a minimum, because especially if this is going to help you determine whether you go the surgery route or, like I said, deciding the treatment plan. If it's going to be any major decisions, then I would say minimum 3 sounds safe.
because
say the
You
best
have
of
such a
5.
good head on your
The
shoulders. You
best of
can
5.
okay.
This is
It's
your
Okay,
life
gonna
trust your
we're
be
talking
instincts too.
it's a scary journey,
Yeah.
but you got friends at your back, and we know what you want, which is science information.
Yeah, and that's another thing, y'all. I've stepped up yoga and vagus nerve stimulation, like cold shower in the morning. Maybe some changes happening, just a little FYI. But
What's your take on B12?
I don't want to be twice. Oh, matter of fact, Pookie, you know, I had a little discussion. I stopped B12 and it went down.
You know, shout out to Nature's Made.
I stopped B12. B12
You
was like,
stop it?
Why
had
is B12
it.
bad for us?
I don't know. It was kind of doing too much for my system.
Everybody's different. Yeah,
I
I'm
reset.
hyper as fuck.
Right. I reset everything. Actually, I just started taking a multi. And when I did that, I'm like, oh, okay, what's going that's what I'm saying. My seizures are kind of going down. And another thing I'm doing is I started taking Xcopri at night when I first got it because I heard about the drowsiness being so bad. I'm about to switch it to the morning because it where I have my most seizures is peak during the daytime. So why am I taking it overnight versus early when I wake up to prevent it? Like if I'm going to preparing for bed, that's what 12 hours in between like my other meds. So maybe, you know, the sleep I'm having help because I don't have issues at night. So
That's why I take the Depakote in the morning. If you
yeah,
have two separate ones.
I'm learning from y'all. Y'all teaching me a lot. Like I'm telling you, it's just the I guess you can say the implement how to implement things. I'm foreign to because like I said, I got diagnosed 2 years ago, but I was 1 year seizure free. So look at that. 1 year seizure free. And then a really stressful event happened, and then it was one to show up, and I had one tonic-clonic, and then I didn't have tonic-clonics. And then March of 2024, I started having focal impaired awareness seizures.
Xcopri is a 24-hour thing, so you can take it day or night. I recommend
still has
it to avoid the side effects.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
But I'm 2 months in. I think I take it peak time when I'm at my most risk for seizures. That's the only reason why I'm changing it because I don't have issues at night really because I'm calming down. And so, you know, like even though the half-life is like 50 to 60 hours, if I'm not mistaken, the peak time of the new medicine will be in the morning before nighttime. So that's the only reason why I'm doing because I'm not as active, right? I'm not as active during the day.
It's worth experimenting.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try it, y'all. I'm so sick of this shit, but I know we all are, right?
What I was gonna say is some of these medications make us B12 deficient. So if you're not taking one of those, then B12 is not gonna help you. But quite a few of them make us B12. Takes it out of our system. So that's why none of us knew that because they didn't tell us that. And now that we have the B12 in our system, I see how it changed me, and I love it. I mean, I'm just saying, maybe you don't need it, so it's not.
Yeah, because B12, if I'm not mistaken, is rich in animal protein, and I eat a lot of animal protein, just like B6, and then I take some cod liver oil that also have B12 in it, and then I was taking a B complex 100. So I think we
You
need
were
to
overdosing on
get enough
B12.
fish and stuff, you have a lot of it.
I knew better, y'all.
Yeah, you're overdosing on
I was
B12.
hopeful.
That's why
I
it didn't work.
just wanted some shit to work. Aren't we all like that? Damn.
Yeah.
Of all the
No,
things
that's why I can see why you went for the B6 and the B12 and like 5 other sources. But, you know, looking back, maybe 1 week at a time.
Yeah, these are
So
extra
thank
strength.
you for that example.
3,000 micrograms twice a day. So, wait, no, 3,000 micrograms per serving. A serving is 2. One in the morning, one in the night. So, I'm doing good with that.
Someone also bought it for me at the health food store. I didn't get to pick out which B12 I wanted, and I thought he'd know better because he's a huge supplement person.
Get the gummies. So much easier. And if you have a Safeway near you, use Instacart, and you can buy one get one free.
Okay. I'm just gonna right now. I'm just gonna stick with the multivitamin because I solved my electrolytes too, and I don't take them as much. And then I only doing a multivitamin, but I do magnesium citrate at night. Most people call it magnesium citrate because
Mm.
it's used. We know what it's used for now. But it knocks me out at night. And then chamomile tea knocks me out too. And then another
Not
thing,
good for you.
huh?
Chamomile is not good for you.
It depends. It
Uh,
really depends.
What
It can lower the
medications
threshold.
did you look into? Well, what medications does chamomile not mess with you for? If you
Me,
don't mind me asking, yeah, what medications do you take that the chamomile never mess with?
lamotrigine extended release, lacosamide, which I'm about to get off of, and excoprine.
Okay.
So, because I've been doing chamomile for like a year, and if I don't take it, I actually kind of am more at risk for seizure because I don't sleep well. I take chamomile at night, and it's just a tea form. And then one other thing is I don't know if y'all know this, but at certain levels in the middle of the night, you need glucose. Did I talk about this? I feel like I talked about this the last time. Glucose.
Is this why I get up and get a midnight snack?
That's why, because glucose helps you sleep thoroughly through the night. Like when I wake up and 3 hours into my sleep, I knew I didn't eat enough like complex carbs or 2 scoops of ice cream. But don't be like me. I'm
I
done
sleep
being
I sleep peacefully all through the
So if
night.
I have 2 scoops of ice cream, you can sleep.
or
Say that
two
again.
Schofield.
What'd you say, Jeff?
I said, so if I have 2 scoops of ice cream before bed, I'll be able to sleep.
You might
Possibly.
just look up glucose and sleep because even the higher other macronutrients like protein will eventually become what's it cool? I can't think of the glycine in the bloodstream, but yeah, just eat a little something, right? Like honey in the tea or the marble slab amount of carb like I have in the freezer that I eat 3 spoonfuls of and I'm wake up drooling. So just consider those things.
Yeah. So yeah, being here kind of taught me to advocate for myself a lot. And I wrote everything down. I went to my doctor's appointment, what was it, 2 days ago? And I just told him everything that was on the paper, and everything got handled. Told him my shoulder was hurting because I had a seizure Sunday. It was like, all right, I'll set your appointment with the chiropractor. I was like, nice. Then told him I need a neurologist because my other one retired. He was like, oh yeah, I heard about that. I'll refer you to somebody else. I actually just got a text message that said call and set an appointment. But yeah, pretty much advocating is big deal. It helps in certain places. Some people don't care about stuff, but I don't know if it's a California thing, but our doctors are on top of it. Well, at Stanford.
So speaking of advocating for yourself, I was recovering from surgery and there was a little snafu and they were pulling the lumbar drain out and it snapped off and they had to do some lower back surgery in between the L4 and the L5. They had to go in there and get the piece out. And so it hurt. After the surgery, it hurt. And so I had a friend here the first week of recovery, and I refused to take the oxy because I don't want oxy. And I was just taking Tylenol. Well, I wanted to have some weed with my friend, and I wanted to do edibles. And my friend told me that she refused to do edibles with me until I called the doctor and got it cleared with the doctor. So I called the neurosurgeon and I asked, can I have a cannabis edible? And because I said, I'm not taking the oxy. And I said, I'm in pain. And I said, I want to take it to sleep. And they said they had never, ever been asked that question. They had never been asked by anyone if they can take, if they can consume, if they can have marijuana. Isn't that funny? I think everyone just takes, it just has marijuana.
I don't think anyone asks.
I think no one asked. I'm the only now I have been clear all along this medical journey that I vape, I dry herb vape weed daily, and they're all okay with it. I mean, no one cares in Seattle. And so I think it's hilarious that no one asked their doctor if they can have weed. And I'm the only person who's asked. And they were okay with it. They're like, yeah, go for it. That's all I wanted to say.
Good, you got to the real answer.
No, it's totally fine to take an edible when you're on all these drugs and I'm not taking the opiate or the oxy, which is heroin.
An opiate, basically, what you just said. But we got Lufa. What's going on, Lufa? How you doing?
Sorry, my Oh, hello.
How's it hanging?
It's going.
The icebreaker today was, how do you make yourself feel better when you're feeling like shit? I'm not sure if Court answered this, did you? I think she kind of deflected about the tuna and sardines thing, and we never got an answer.
Which part of it? I am not ashamed of my adventures in food, okay? Y'all know the science girl is annoying, so I love food science. So what exactly I want to hear, because I have a dill sardine dip that you can make with yogurt and people think it's mayo. That's me. I'm the gluten-free girl who people don't realize is gluten-free till they finish. And they're like, wait, you're not supposed to be eating this. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you didn't answer the question again.
I said it.
Wait, okay. I think I heard that. I didn't know if that was the
Smashed sardines. I don't know if you want the boneless, skinless kind. For those who are
basically.
There's boneless, skinless kinds. If they scare you, the little tiny bones are actually good for you because it's high in calcium. And then there's the ones that are boneless, skinless in oil, or bone in olive oil as well. So you'll get a high nutrient amount of healthy fat. So what you do is you take it and you smush that, like you can take your epileptic frustration out on it, and then you dice up capers, or you can just put fresh dill in it, or what else? Lemon juice. And then you serve it with crackers.
Yeah, lemon. Yep, lemon.
If you don't want sardines, replace it with salmon. Y'all don't like salmon either?
I love salmon.
There you go. Problem solved.
It's sushi.
I like tuna.
You can do tuna, Mercury, but hey, we all have our thing.
Yes.
Kate, I hope you're not laughing at me, Kate. Please laughing.
It is all Ann.
Squish.
Ann is the one that's got me rolling over here. It's all Ann. I don't know what kind of pomegranate or something. She was just holding it in her mouth, and yeah,
Anchovies.
that's what had
You
me
like
laughing.
anchovies too. Annie, you like anchovies? You're muted.
Oh my God. You put them on pizza with pepperoncini and hot Italian sausage on a sourdough crust.
You're my girl.
That's my grandpa.
You're
That's
my
Gumpy.
girl.
We called that pizza Gumpy because of the anchovies. But my mouth is watering. Just because you know what? With all that other stuff on there, those anchovies don't matter anymore. It just gives it that umami flavor that you can't get out of a mushroom. You can't, and sardines really are not all that bad, folks. Okay, I tried one can and I'm like, maybe I can do this. The dog absolutely loved them. Okay, so we shared a treat, but I'm like, I might be able to, put a few things together, but the anchovies on pizza, it's no joke, guys. Black olives, hot pepperoncinis. Oh, I can make you a pizza. Art, are
I'm
you
with
all
Opie
right?
on this one.
I'm agreeing with you aesthetically, and I look at Pookie's face, and you would have swore he saw something so vile. What? Are you serious? Hey, Andy, I'm on your side because guess what? I make Caesar salad from scratch. So
I'm just listening. I could not control my facial expressions. I didn't know which way to go with that. To each his own. Hey, you like something? Tomato.
Hey, if you've ever had a whatever, if they call it original or full dressed Caesar salad, the first thing they do is they rub an anchovy into the bowl with olive oil and sometimes a cut or split clove of, yeah, they muddle it in there. And then they take the solids out if you don't want it. But that oil, oh, you don't know. You've never had Caesar salad till you've done it with an anchovy. No, no joke.
Andy, that's fine, but not on pizza.
Oh,
not on mine. Do
no.
not watch Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtle. Like, come on. They tore that shit up on pizza, Jeff. Like, what is up with y'all and fish? Y'all eating tuna, which is like the worst thing with mercury.
I eat salmon. I eat flounder. I eat all these other types of fish. I'm not going to eat sardines.
I used to eat sardines when I was a kid. Didn't know any better.
Yeah, I used to eat it when I was a kid.
Right, we didn't know any better.
Were you forced to eat them, Pookie? Because that's the difference.
No, they were delicious as a kid. I haven't actually opened a can to actually look at them. They
So
just
you're being
sound
fake.
disgusting as an adult.
No, you're being fake. You're supposed to be on our side. That's
I don't
fine.
know the
And
last
you
time I
round
seen
up
a sardines, but the last from what I remember, it isn't something I want to eat these days.
No. Sardines, hot sauce, cheddar cheese, crackers. I'm in that thing. And then the thing is, I think it's an American issue because they love tinned fish overseas, especially in the Mediterranean area. Tinned
Okay,
fish is
the combination of stuff that you just said, that you were talking about together?
what you mean together? The capers with
No, you
sardines?
said something about hot dog sardines and something else.
Hot dogs? No, I said hot sauce.
Oh, okay, hot sauce. Okay. To each
That
his
face,
own.
that was valid. That was a valid face if you made it because of that.
To each his own.
I just want to say I have autism and everything you just said is totally off my palate. That is all the most, and excuse my language, but
Gross.
diabolical food combinations ever. I mean, sardines and capers are that's insane. Olives are disgusting, and my name is Olivia. I don't like anything like pickled though. I don't like pickles, and I don't like. Yeah, everything that you just said did not sit right in my mouth.
Either.
So.
But
yeah.
Lufa, the icebreaker was how do you make yourself feel better when you feel like shit? Also, Raven, how you doing? That question goes for you too.
Hey,
Hi,
Ray.
sorry, can you repeat it? What was the question?
How do you make your feel? How
You're
do you make
breaking up
yourself feel better when you feel like shit?
Depends on what kind of shit we're talking about, but I guess I'll take a little bit of lorazepam if it's physical, or snuggle my dog or paint my nails if I am feeling depressed or something.
I'm more along the lines of peace and marijuana. Find somewhere I can chill by myself and smoke and look at the wall or whatever the case. But yeah, that sounds.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Personally, wouldn't paint my nails, but to each his own.
That does sound peaceful. That does sound a way to just relax, decompress, and if you have to think about it, think about it.
Lufa, you ready?
I don't know. I watch Coraline or spend time with Tony, my cat.
How's Tony been?
He's good. He's good. He is happy. He's a good boy.
Lupa,
Mm.
I think you need a virtual hug.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Well, I appreciate the virtual hug.
Sorry, Lupa, I'm nosy. Is that Mr. Garrison on your wall?
It is. It says jokes about him, okay? I was gonna
Oh,
work.
by the way, I just want to say I agree with you. I'm not quite a fan of pickles, and I'm not quite a fan of olives, exception of Kalamata, because that's in red wine. You're not alone.
Yeah, olives are just out of the question for me. I'd just rather have cherries. Feel like it's the same thing as an olive, but better. And you can use it as chapstick, lip stain.
I have one question though, since we were debating about what foods we hate. Can we hear what's everybody's favorite food, please?
Least favorite foods is what you're asking?
No, the favorite food. We've already discussed that tinned fish. Hey, y'all hate that shit.
Do I really need to answer?
Why, Toaster? Why is that the question?
No shame.
I
Come
know
on.
the answer.
I like plain buttered noodles with salt and pepper, but it has to be the egg noodles, the swirly kind, extra
Yeah.
wide.
That's good.
I like toast. Buttered
That's good.
toast.
My comfort
Sourdough.
Fine.
Sourdough.
Like
My comfort food
Melt the
is
butter
cereal.
into it.
I could go for cereal any time of day. That's my comfort food.
Oh, and snickerdoodles.
With almond milk.
Snickerdoodles are dope. I'm gonna vote macaroni and cheese, especially if you have like chicken nuggets with it.
Yeah, I like homemade mac.
Tuna mac and cheese.
Oh my god, yes. I just
haven't
made
Tuna
it
is
years
so
ago.
good.
I don't think we got answers from a few people.
We keep having tangents, but they're fun.
I don't know what my
How's
favorite
yours
food
palate?
is. My favorite dessert is a cheesecake.
My
You are
favorite,
all Philly. You are 100% Philly. You are like a hoagie, 100% Philly. I love you, Angel.
Right.
Cheesecake.
Thank you.
I love ice cream, okay, and it shows. But yeah, I grew up in a dairy family, and one part of the family made their own ice cream on the farm, and custard and all. Oh God, ice cream. I absolutely, because you can put whatever you want in it, even mint and chocolate chips. So it tastes like a York peppermint patty. I mean, you can put anything in ice cream, even bacon. I love ice cream.
Heard of that. Yeah.
Okay, so now I gotta talk shit, Pookie. I don't like cereal.
Hey, to each his own.
I called it floating.
Out of all the kinds of cereal out there.
No.
Oh.
I call it cold cookie soup floating in animal secretions. Obviously, yours is an exception because you like almond. But no, cold cookie soup. Why would I eat that when I might as well eat a chocolate chip cookie for breakfast? I'm not about to lie to myself. Fuck cereal.
Each his own.
All right. Sugar overload. Yeah, I guess I could see that. No boxes with the animals on it, but I mean, Special K, like the life, all the 100% multigrain. There's different textures there. Not too much sugar
Fruity
on everything.
Pebbles.
all brand.
Okay, Pookie,
Fruity
we're
Pebbles,
talking
Fruit
no
Loops.
sugar overload. Don't talk about Fruity Pebbles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. but
Get
you know,
sugar-free cheese.
whatever works.
Do you know they make a Captain Crunch Oops All Berries?
Oh
It's
yeah,
the only cereal my son will eat. He will not eat any other cereal.
Which one,
I feel
Toaster?
Yeah, he gets waffles a lot.
waffles. That's a good one. That's a good breakfast for me. Like I could go do one of those right now, put it in the toaster, and then that'd be like a midday snack.
See, I'd rather eat a
Waffle.
Pop-Tart. I'll miss Pop-Tart. I can't eat Pop-Tarts anymore. I miss
Uh,
donuts. I miss Pop-Tarts. There's no good gluten-free donuts unless I make it, and that's too much time.
If
So
I eat a Pop-Tart, it's out of the package and it's not in the toaster.
see, it's good either way, unlike cereal.
Do you like stuffed French toast?
Stuff just sounds too heavy. What are you putting in it? Like anything more than just a syrup?
What do you stuff with French toast?
Cream cheese.
That's too heavy.
What
I'm
are
sorry,
they stuffing? It's a slice of bread.
But you're muted.
Follow French toast. It's a brunch item.
Yeah, I can have breakfast.
It's not a
also.
breakfast. It's not a breakfast. It's a brunch. It's a okay. Because it is heavy, it is thick, and it is eggy, and my dad makes it so perfectly. And he's teaching Jeffy how to do a simplified version with the leftover. So and he uses that to make a dessert. Like
Yeah.
Well,
it's
what you
delicious.
guys have been saying about really diverse foods, I guess I would probably just narrow it down to like a rice
I
and
used to
beans
make
or
some good stuff.
something that feels like you can never really go wrong. So I could add anything that I want to rice.
Right.
I
I
think
love breakfast food. Breakfast food any time of day. Denny's is my favorite.
I don't like breakfast foods that much because I'm not a sweets person. Because everything's sweet in the morning, with the exception of like true scrambled eggs with heavy cream or
Bagels.
I mean,
Bagels.
not really.
Okay,
No.
I'm done. What? Really? You don't like bagels?
No, like it's fine. I've never been like, oh, I'm craving a bagel. Yeah, no.
If I have a bagel, I make sure I put egg, cheese, and some type of meat. I don't really eat a lot of red meat, so
Bacon.
Slice
Egg,
of chicken breast.
cheese,
Bacon and
cheese.
eggs. Bacon and eggs for
yes,
breakfast.
I am
Start
not a
with
good
protein.
Jew.
Your
I am
name
not
is
a good Jew.
Toaster, and you're over here defending bagels.
I do eat bacon actually.
Think about that.
So never mind about the red meat. The bacon, egg, and cheese, and bagel. It's my go-to sometimes. It's easy, and the toaster and everything else is on the stove, and it's done in a few minutes.
Yeah. You really should start with protein. Your first meal should be the highest protein meal of the day. Otherwise, you can develop what's called insulin resistance, and that leads to type 2 diabetes, which is exactly what I am reversing. And guess what? You can do it. You really can do it. But
That's why my dad makes eggs all the time.
Every day, start with protein and some good, the good fat, one of the good fats. But try to limit the carbs for the morning, especially sugar. The only sugar I have is in my coffee. The rest of it is protein. So, and it changed. Yeah.
I got to work on eating. Period. Shit.
Cookie, come on. And you made a point just real quick. I try to aim for, they say ideally 30 grams. You'll be full to your next meal. I try to eat 50. And on top of that, they're saying Alzheimer is type 3 diabetes. They're finding Alzheimer is really linked to insulin resistance and issues with dementia and things like that. So just a little annoying science girl FYI.
Love it. Thanks for the facts. Kevin, let's get you on the icebreaker.
Oh yeah, Kevin. Hey, love the shirt. The icebreaker today is What's something you do to make yourself feel good when you feel like shit?
Wait, that's not a button up.
Come again? Philly in
Well,
the building?
if, yeah, that conversation sounded really delicious. I get something good to eat. I feel like shit. Good food. I like good food. Yeah. But like crappy food, not like really good food, not nutritious food. I'll get like I don't know, yeah, just some nasty General Tso's chicken or something down the street.
What's your favorite
Nothing.
food?
Yeah, that's good. Nice and sugary. Yeah.
What's your
Everyone
favorite
has their
food?
favorite Chinese food or
Yeah.
Asian food. Sorry, need to be politically correct.
Eh.
Kevin, favorite food?
Oh, my favorite food. Oh, I knew
Philly
that.
cheesesteak, since you're from Philly? No? Tired of
I haven't
Philly?
had I'll get kicked out of Philly for this, but I haven't had a cheesesteak in like 7 years. I can't stand them.
I guess maybe since I'm not from Philly, it's a good thing to get when I'm in Philly. So maybe, yeah, you're in Philly. You're tired of Philly cheesesteak.
And you've probably added years to your life as a result of that. So no hate, no judgment here.
So yeah, it's just not. They're not for me anymore. I don't like them.
No.
Yeah,
We
it's
don't
like
call them Philly cheesesteak here. We just call them cheesesteaks.
understandable. Yeah.
I'll go with French fries though. My favorite food. Love French fries. Just wanted to add that on there. Love
Hey,
French
Mark.
fries.
Mark, you're right in time for the icebreaker. I like the hat, by the way. The icebreaker today is how do you make yourself feel better when you feel like shit?
Yeah, toaster's right, killing aphids. I mean, more than just jokingly, yeah, killing aphids, being outside with my plants, the gardening, taking care of something living out there that's um not like actively needing anything, just there, you know. Yeah, relaxing. I like plants. So
All right.
Please take your medication as prescribed or whatever works for you. We're not doctors.